The game comes out April 24th. It's going to be on PS5, Xbox Series XS. That is including Game Pass as well, and PC Game Pass. And then it's also going to be on Steam too. So now this is the debut game from Sandfall Interactive, and I think by now a lot of us are just kind of calling it, respectfully, French Persona. I mean, the game has a lot of stylish menus and just great presentation that you kind of associate with like a Western version of Persona. And then, of course, what I think a lot of people have kind of latched onto, including myself, and this is honestly, like I said, I haven't had any hands-on time with this game, but I am able to, I've been playing games for a long time, and RPGs are my favorite genre. One of the things that I can honestly say that has me looking forward to this game the most is not only the combat, but it is actually the combination of a good story and the combat and the characters and the music. And I think that's what makes an RPG so beautiful. I know that they've said that they want to take this back to just that really nice old era of, a lot of JRPGs, but keep it in a modern sense. We have kind of the active time battle going on here with a lot of the kind of Super Mario RPG. When you have combat that's happening and you're getting attacked, you can block it and you can react to essentially parry and nullify the damage or decrease the damage. The other thing is when you're attacking, you can go on the offensive by timing your button presses, right? You can actually just get more damage out of your hits. Now, this isn't something new, like I said, Super Mario RPG. And then also, I want to give a shout out to Sea of Stars. Like, that game very much, to me, kind of feels similar to Expedition 33, and I'll say why. The thing for me that I am excited for in this game is that it's only, and they've said this, it's only going to be 30 plus hours in length. And I know a lot of RPG fans love their 60 hours to 80 hours to 100 hours. It's just harder for me to start longer games, and I find myself gravitating to games that are a little bit more shorter in length, in the 30 to 40 hour range. That's perfect for me, and that's why for me, maybe the number one factor is the length of this game. And Sea of Stars is very much the same way. It's only like a 20 to 30 hour RPG, and a lot of older RPGs and JRPGs are that length now. And so I think for me, what I'm looking forward to the most is just diving in and getting a good concentrated story, a good narrative with the characters, and they have a great voice cast that they have for a lot of the characters. I mean, it is amazing what this indie studio is doing for their first game after starting and being founded in 2020. Now, obviously, the idea probably came before that. I think this kind of game has a space. And obviously, you'll say, well, what do you mean, Trix? It has a space. I've been toying with this idea in my mind. We're in this transitional period in games where a lot of people are kind of down on AAA games, and indie games have now found this kind of spot where indie games are normal. Now, you want to go back, 20 years ago or whatever, when that movement was beginning and publishers were all about trying to get some indies and Xbox Live Arcade, and going from that era on into the PS4 era where indies really got an uplift in terms of support. Sony loves indies, Nintendo hearts indies, that sort of thing happening. Now we're at the point where you can be indie, and it's, I don't expect anything less. And this is one of those games where Microsoft obviously having some hand in it. This is being published in Japan by Sega. It's being published in Europe by Bandai Namco. And having to be on Game Pass, there's probably, hopefully they got some resources out of it as well. What I would love to see are more indie devs, not all indie devs, because I think it has to match the scope and scale of the project. This game has a large scale and a large scope, and I think it makes the perfect AA style game. And I feel like that's just where the industry, more of these to fill in for that AAA void, and then just keep the good old indies rolling. There's just a lot to say about the game.